and training at World Services for the Blind. And today I've got with me Keith Word, our credit counseling instructor, and he is also the instructor for our workforce development course, as well as the financial literacy and customer service courses. So what I'd like to address first is the application process, and then we'll kind of dive into the course. So if you're interested in a program at World Services, you can go to our website, wsblind.org/admissions, and find the online application there. And if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call, 501-664-7100, and ask for Rebecca Reed. She'll be able to help you out. So jumping into financial literacy, Keith, address why financial literacy is so important for blind and visually impaired individuals.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. Yarbrough. As we know, financial literacy equips us with the knowledge and the ability that we need to manage our money effectively. So financial literacy is so important because it builds that solid foundation of success when it comes to us, the action that we take financially or the lack of actions that we take financially and the decisions that we make. So financial studies have shown that financial literacy, being financially literate, allows you to accumulate assets, allows you to increase your savings, lowers your debt level. So just to say it simply, financial literacy changes lives. And to us who are blind or visually impaired, financial literacy is very important because in a lot of situations, our financial resources are going to be lacking. So we need to learn how to manage the financial resources that we do have effectively as possible. And financial literacy plays a role on our mission here at World Services for the Blind. So obviously, our mission is to teach those blind and visually impaired individuals in the United States and around the world to have sustainable independence. And how can you have sustainable independence without being financially literate?
So, Keith, just kind of on a more informal level, what would you say is someone's first step to becoming more financially literate? Because a lot of our students come in and they've got a limited income. What's the first thing you tell them?
Okay, with that, that's a great point that you make there, Eric. I say the first step of being financially literate is being able to estimate your income, to know your monthly income, and estimate your monthly expenses. So being able to create a budget is going to allow you to make payments of your bills on time, as well as hopefully be able to save some money and one day be able to live independent and on your own. So I say the first step is to be able to create and maintain a monthly budget, as well as being able to know how to determine if you are in financial hardship, Mr. Yarbrough.
Okay. So what kind of, talking about our vocational programs, what kind of person would you see as a good fit for our customer service, for our credit counseling course?
Okay. So when it comes to the credit counseling course, anyone that is interested or has any background when it comes to becoming financial literate. So one thing that I would advise the clients before they try to enter the credit counseling course is I would want to make sure that they are able to pass our financial literacy fundamentals course. So we've had anyone from the age of 18 to clients to the age of 70. Anyone that's interested in educating their community when it comes to being financially knowledgeable and being able to assist those who may be going through financial hardships is a good fit for our credit counseling course.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit about about the extent of the credit counseling course? What does that entail?
Absolutely. We have a partnership with the National Association of Certified Credit Counselors. In our credit counseling course, you have the opportunity to gain either 5 or 6 nationally recognized financial counseling certifications. So the first certification that we offer is our Certified Credit Counseling certification. In this, with this certification, you basically learn how to counsel to those who are dealing with financial hardship. So the first process of this course is learning the counseling process, how to show positive regard to a client, how
Aisha,
to
join the
reframe
meeting.
with the client. So taking something that the client may look as a negative, be able to reframe that and turn that into a positive. So with this, you will learn the necessary skills on how to teach your client how to make and reach their financial goals, as well as be able to determine will they need to enter into what's called a debt management plan, or do they just need to tighten the belt straps and stick to a budget. So the first certification, once again, is our Certified Credit Counselor certification. Second certification that we offer is Certified Debt Settlement Specialist. With this certification, you actually learn how to negotiate on behalf of your client with the creditor. So say for instance, if you have a client that has anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000 worth of credit card debt, and they're going through financial hardship and they're not going to be able to make those payments on those credit cards. What you learn is negotiation tactics, how to lower that debt to an amount that the creditor as well as your client would be happy with, and make that payment for, well, that client is making a payment, a monthly payment to you as the debt settlement specialist until you reach that negotiated amount. And then you will disperse that negotiated amount to the creditor. And the great thing about the debt settlement certification is, in a lot of situations, if you don't negotiate on the behalf of the client, their only other option would be bankruptcy. And we know that bankruptcy could take a toll on one's credit report as well as their credit score. The third certification that we offer here at World Services for the Blind with our credit counseling program is the Certified Financial Health Counselor. With the Certified Financial Health Counselor, you educate clients on life planning. So one thing that you work with your clients on is retirement planning, student loan planning for those prospective clients that may want to enter college or university, or those that may have graduated college or university and now they have student loan debt, as well as you will be able to educate them on the home buying process as well. So with that, you focus on the life planning and how to get them to reach their life goals that they're reaching or aspiring to reach, excuse me. Our fourth certification that we offer here at World Services for the Blind is our student loan counselor, a certified student loan counselor. So with this, you will be able to assist a prospective college graduate or someone who's graduated college on their options when it comes to repaying their student loan debt. And also you will be able to advise those who have not entered school yet on some of the necessary things that will need to take place for them to pay back their student loans within a reasonable time without putting them into financial hardship. Our fifth certification that we offer here at World Services for the Blind with our credit counseling, of course, is going to be our certified housing counselor. With the certified housing counselor, you work with those who are aspiring to purchase a home, letting them know what goes into the home buying process and the necessary things that they would need to do to avoid foreclosure. We know that purchasing a home is one of the cornerstones of the American dream. And a lot of people are not aware of what goes into not only purchasing a home, but being able to maintain that home and the things that they will be responsible for once they purchase that home. So it is our job as a certified housing counselor to educate them to make sure that they're ready, not only to purchase that home, but to avoid foreclosure. And then you also have an option for a sixth certification, which is our career and financial coach. In today's credit counseling industry, we are merging both the financial education as well as the career coach. A lot of our clients are in financial hardship simply because they may not have the job or the career that that will allow them to be financially successful. So as a financial and career coach, it is our job not only to help them reach their financial goals, but also their career goals, Mr. Yarbrough.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about the internship opportunities provided at World Services for the Blind and what organizations we work with.
Absolutely. Once you complete your certifications here at World Services for the Blind, obviously you will enter the employment preparation course. That's when we're teaching everything necessary not only to gain employment, but also to maintain that employment. So here at World Services for the Blind, you have an opportunity to intern at a nonprofit credit counseling agency. We also have partnerships with nonprofit organizations for the homeless community that allows you to work with them, as well as with banks and credit unions within the local area that allows you to get that experience that you need to take it from the classroom into the workforce, Mr. Yarbrough.
Okay. So what kind of what is the employment outlook for someone leaving our program, and what jobs are out there?
Absolutely. Great question, Mr. Yarbrough. Obviously, with each certification, you have different options when it comes to your employment history. So obviously, you have the opportunity to become a certified credit counselor, which most likely, if you would not work for yourself, you'll be able to be employed with a non-profit credit counseling agency. You have the option to work for an organization as a debt settlement specialist, a financial health counselor, student loan counselor, giving financial aid to those in college, as well as you can become a HUD certified housing counselor. You can also become a home buying coach and counselor, as well as you can be a credit assistant specialist at a bank or a credit union. You can be a patient financial service counselor at a hospital. The options are limitless when it comes to these financial counseling certifications, Mr. Yarbrough. Just keep in mind that with each certification, Mr. Yarbrough, you have different employment opportunities with each certification that you receive in the credit counseling program.
How long is that training?
That training, on average, the credit counseling training lasts anywhere from 8 to 9 months. I will let you know it does depend on the student. Obviously, one thing that we're looking for when you come into the credit counseling program, we want a student that is motivated, that is organized, that is going to take the initiative. We have had students complete the program within 6 months, and we've also had students to take up to 10 months. As we said, you are going to be working with myself, as well as the employees from the National Association of Certified Credit Counselors. But ultimately, it is up to the client, Mr. Yarbrough, in terms of how quickly or how long it does take them to complete the program. But once again, on average, it will take about 9 months, sir.
Okay. So what do the exams look like for each certification? Do I just take it, is it on my own time, or how does that work?
Excellent question, Mr. Yarbrough. Thank you so much for that. When it comes to each certification exam is proctored by an employee of the National Association of Certified Credit Counselors. So if you choose to come here on campus, obviously we have our testing room here on campus that is equipped with the webcam. So each certification exam is through a Zoom cloud meeting with an employee of the National Association of Certified Credit Counselors. Each exam is 100 multiple choice questions in which you have 120 minutes to finish that exam, Mr. Yarbrough.
Okay. And as far as assistive technology, will I have access to that in the exam?
Absolutely. 100%. Whatever assistive technology that you need to study your coursework and to work with me as the instructor, as an on-campus or online client, you will have access to that assistive technology. So we have clients here at World Services for the Blind on campus and online that take the exam using just the Zoom text magnification. We have clients that use the Zoom text fusion. And we also have clients that have used JAWS and NVDA. So whatever assistive technology that you need that's going to allow you to be successful both in the classroom as well as in the workplace, you will have that assistive technology when you take your certification exam, sir.
Okay. So I want to touch on technology required? Because he mentioned the online course. So for students coming on campus, it is a totally immersive experience. We have dorms on campus, 3 meals a day. We take up an entire city block. So when students come here, they don't leave this facility while they're here. It's not like you have to. We're not the size of a college campus. So when students get here, it's it's like it's like living in a small city essentially, because you've got all your essentials right here. But for our online clients, those are the clients that we swap clients and students interchangeably. So if I swap that, don't let me confuse you. But so for our online clients, those are the ones that maybe have a family at home. They've got to support. They might be a single parent, or they're supporting their spouse and their kids, or they're not able to come to campus for a longer period of time. And the technology requirements at that point become maybe the main factors that you've got to take into account. Technology requirements for an online client, you've got to have at least 25 megabits per second of internet speeds. You're looking at a computer with a webcam, microphone, and headset. I highly recommend it. Definitely necessary for the exam.
That's correct. Absolutely.
Yeah. So make sure that you've got a webcam with a headset, microphone, as well as, of course, your assistive technology that you need on your personal computer. Students who want to try and use a library computer to study, that's fine. But once it comes down to those exams, you're going to need your own, really your own system that you're working with. And the specs on the system that we recommend is at least an i5 processor with, 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gig solid state drives, pretty sufficient. That's plenty. We do have students who use JAWS and Zoom text, so assistive technology is not going to be an issue. Our course is hosted through Canvas as well as Blackboard, so they're going to have experiences with both, no matter what online client comes through. And let's see, so for the online clients who want to come in, let Rebecca know. Like I said, call us, let us know, and we'll put you through an assessment that's free for online clients, to figure out if you're actually going to be a good fit for the online course. That assessment takes about 2 weeks, and I oversee that assessment, so you'll speak directly with me when it comes down to that. And then for on-campus clients, you can fill out the on-campus admissions packet and ask Rebecca what's required of you, and we can get that done as well. So another thing that I want to touch on, Keith, is what does the employment prep aspect of the course, the workforce development, what does that cover?
Absolutely.
And what does that look like?
Okay. When it comes to the employment preparation course, and some of the things that we focus on within the employment preparation course is the importance of writing a cover letter. We know that all job applications and anything you want to have a career in, you're going to submit your resume. But what separates your resume from everyone else that is applying for that position? That is your cover letter. It allows you to show a little bit of your personality, as well as why this job is going to be a good fit for you. So your experience, what makes you a good fit for that position. So we talk about the importance and the benefit of a cover letter. Each week, Mr. Yarberry, we conduct mock interviews depending on what job you chose that week for your weekly job search. So we go over some of the most commonly asked interview questions, the reasons the hiring managers ask specific interview questions, and what information they're trying to gather from asking you that specific question within the interview. Obviously, I give you my feedback, and then we discuss that, as well as you are also interviewing yourself within the employment preparation class. When I say interviewing yourself, what does that mean? So whatever device that you may have, you will ask yourself specific interview questions, and you will record yourself. And this will give you the opportunity to listen to yourself and see if you are having those long pauses or using those filler words, or how you're going about answering specific questions. Something that we also focus on, obviously, is building a resume. putting a resume together, the best resume to make you the best candidate for whatever position you're looking for whatever vocational program you may have completed. We also go over the quality of a good employee. What are things that employers are looking for? The importance of appearance, having great communication skills, having great organizational skills. Also, some things that we cover is one of the best tools that I found that we use is ONET Online. ONET Online is a database that allows you to look up just about any career that you're looking for. It's going to tell you about the daily tasks, responsibilities in that field or industry, tell you what salaries to expect within that, what type of skills you will need to be successful within that job. Obviously, we also learn how to complete online job applications. So I put together multiple online job applications and allow my clients to complete those and then submit them just to give them, some instruction on how to go about completing that. Also things that we cover within the employment preparation class, as Mr. Yarborough touched on earlier, we allow you to gain internships within the community here in Little Rock to give you some experiences. Some class that we have in the program may not have any work experience. So what do we need to put something within that resume? So we allow, give you an opportunity to build experience that you can put toward that resume. So I'm a little biased, but obviously I feel like the employment preparation is one of the most important courses that we have here, because we want to teach you how to be successful, but ultimately, as I said earlier, to gain that sustainable independency, you are going to need to find a job or a career and learn how to maintain that employment, Mr. Yarborough.
Okay, thanks, Keith. So one thing that I want to reiterate too, just, you probably noticed it just as an overarching theme, but one aspect of World Services for the Blind culture is our focus to getting our clients that job when they graduate. Within the first couple of weeks when they get here, it's already being said, so what do you want to do when you leave? Not what program do you want to go into. We're not solely focused on World Services being the end of your journey. We are a means to an end. We know that. Your goal is to go out and get a job. You can ask previous clients their experiences, and I know that they're going to tell you that was their experience. We do expect you to, as a client, to come in, gain the skills needed to go actually out and be successful in the workforce. And even up until the day you graduate, we're going to be pushing you to find a job. And that's just what we do. And we take a lot of pride in that aspect of our culture. And we want to make sure that every client who comes through our doors is successful and really has the tools that they need on their level to be successful. And that's sustainable independence. That's one aspect of it. So at this point, I'd like to open it up for any questions that may be out there. If not, that's no problem, and we'll conclude for the day. So Lee, I'm going to toss it over to you. Do we have any questions at this point?
We do not. We do have someone on the phone if they have any questions.
Hello. Hello.
How are you?
Hi, how are y'all? My name is Aisha, and I'm first of all, thank y'all for having this seminar. I have a question. Okay, I am I'm interested in this program, but I probably would do it online just because of the COVID situation and all this stuff going on right now. But y'all, we're talking about like interns and stuff like that. Well, how would that look if you would do it online?
You want to address it, or you want me to?
Absolutely, I'll address that. Well, with that, doing it online, what we would have to do, Miss Aisha, is me and you together would have to reach out to local organizations within your area and see what's available to you. But that still is an opportunity. Obviously, as you said, with the pandemic and things of that nature, companies are not as apt to open up their organizations right now. But obviously, once things calm down, what we would have to do is work together as a team, kind of do some research on some nonprofit organizations within your area. Obviously, I would reach out to them. You would do your part as well. Reach out, let them know that you are completing this course, and we would also talk to them about the certifications that you've received so far in this course. A lot of times what I've learned, Miss Aisha, with this is once you want to gain an internship with the company, they may ask you to put together an essay of what do you know about their company. So you might have to do some research on their company. Why is this internship important to you? But it still can be done. We have gained internships for online clients in the past. So even if you chose to be a part of the credit counseling course online, that opportunity is still going to be available to you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes.
So,
yes,
so again, just to reiterate for those out there, our phone number is 501-664-7100, and Rebecca Reed's extension is 265. You can also reach out to us on Facebook, just World Services for the Blind, and you can send us an email at training@wsblind.org. And I mean, honestly, if you want to reach out to Keith, it's kword@wsblind.org, and my email is eyarberry@wsblind.org. So we look forward to seeing you guys again in the future. You know, take care, stay safe, and happy holidays. And thank you for joining us.
thank you.
All right, thank you.